Hi, it's Clara and this is Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday is a tag series kind of created by Ginger Reads Laney and run by Sam at Thoughts on Tomes. And today we are talking about our favourite female-female couples. I'm actually really sad because I have not read enough stories with female-female couples. Again, like in my previous video talking about my favourite male-male couples, I didn't want to talk about queer romance books I've read because I'm going to talk about them next week. So these are a lot of really background characters and it upsets me. Some of them are only like couples in the making. Some of them are very tragic and I want to rectify this. So if you have good recommendations for fiction with queer couples of greatness that don't necessarily, that are kind of like normalized or just part of the story without being the main focus, because that's what I love, please link them down below for me. But let's get started. At number 5, in kind of random order, they're not very well ordered, is Ling and Alma in The Diviners. This is such a background character, like background couple, and they're only really starting a little relationship in the 3rd book, but I think they're the sweetest little things ever. And I love Ling as a character throughout anyway, so it was just a great little bonus. And yes, the representation in this book as a whole is amazing. Ling's also asexual, and there's a whole swathe of bi, gay, black, white, Asian, well, Ling's also Asian Jewish, and just so many different representations. Disability, Ling's also disabled. How great. So many different things. This is great. Then we have Morrigan and Andromache from the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Again, they mainly come in book 3, but they're very background, and I'm so upset. But they seem like such a promising pairing, and I do ship them very muchly. I can't obviously go into much because it's spoilers, and there isn't much detail. But if anyone knows some good Morrigan and Andromache fanfiction, please link it down below. I would love to read it. This series is a young adult fantasy with fairies, and yes. The first one's kind of weird. The second one's great. The third one's... don't know. At number 3 is Emmy and Ava from Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. This is a YA contemporary with queer romance at its focus. But it's not a strict romance book, so I'm not including it next week, hence it can be here. I love this. This is one of the few, like, queer romance-driven stories that I really enjoyed, only because it is kind of normalized. It's not like, oh my god, queer romance, how complicated. It's very much about them living their lives, and the plot points and complications are outside of their queer-specific romance. But they are so good, they're complex characters, and their relationship is very sweet and heartbreaking and good. And I love it. Yes. Next we have at number 2, The Traitor, and this is The Traitor by Cormorant in America by Seth Dickinson. And the couple I'm talking about here is Baru and I believe it's Tainhu. It's been a while since I've read this though. If you've read this, you know what I'm talking about. This is tragic and upsetting and sad. But while I was reading it, I was still totally behind it. And the ending killed me. This is a fantasy like political intrigue kind of story that is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. That's all there is to it. It's so sad. And finally, number 1, we have Ling and Helen from the Dark Artifices trilogy by Sandra Clare. Again, they're background characters. This pisses me off, but anyway. And I just love that they're so committed to each other. They're willing to go to the ends of the world for each other. And they're just so good, so sweet. And I just want them to be reconnected with their families. And I hope that happens in book 3. Yes. So those are my favourite female-female couples. Please comment down below any recommendations you have for me, as I was mentioning previously. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!